When college student Lin Wan woke up from her noon break, she found a newborn baby lying unexpectedly on her own bed, with bloodstains left from childbirth on the bed sheet. Before she could figure out what had happened, her roommate Zhu Ran broke into the dormitory aggressively, bringing along two other roommates, her counselor, school leaders and dormitory administrators. Zhu Ran immediately started a live stream in public, framing Lin Wan for secretly giving birth in the dormitory and hyping the incident as a huge campus scandal. Everyone present condemned Lin Wan harshly. The school leaders made tough remarks on the spot, announcing her immediate expulsion from school, planning to inform her parents, and even intending to send the baby to a welfare home by force, just as Lin Wan was trapped in a desperate situation with no way to defend herself. Text messages similar to live stream bullet comments suddenly appeared in her vision out of thin air, revealing the whole truth to her. In fact, the baby was not Lin Wan's child at all. Her roommate Zhu Ran had secretly been pregnant for months without telling anyone. While Lin Wan was fast asleep, she gave birth to the baby alone in the dormitory bathroom. She had even put sleeping pills in Lin Wan's drinking water in advance, then placed the newborn baby on Lin Wan's bed to frame her. Zhu Ran had long prepared forged pregnancy check documents and bribed witnesses, determined to brand Lin Wan with the stigma of giving birth out of wedlock. She planned to force Lin Wan into ruin and expulsion via public opinion, send the baby to a welfare home, and then adopt the baby in the name of a kind person. In this way, she could get rid of the trouble brought by childbirth and win a good reputation at the same time. The other two roommates were bribed by Zhu Ran with money, cooperating with her to start live streaming to stir up trouble, and they had even fully arranged plans for online violence against Lin Wan in advance. The mysterious bullet comments told Lin Wan that if she tried her best to deny everything on the spot, she would fall right into Zhu Ran's trap, and all false charges would be confirmed. In the end, she would be expelled from school, separated from the baby, and end up suffering from severe online violence and passing away in depression. The only way to break the deadlock was to admit calmly that the baby was hers, so as to gain advantages in public opinion and legal principles to fight back against others. Lin Wan quickly calmed down and got rid of her flustered state. She questioned all the people from the school on the spot, pointing out clearly that there were no explicit rules in the school regulations prohibiting students from giving birth. She also cited relevant national laws to prove that adult women have legal reproductive rights, and giving birth out of wedlock does not violate national laws. Therefore, the school had no right to expel students arbitrarily for such a reason. Her reasonable and well-founded words shocked everyone instantly, and the abusive comments flooding the live stream began to reverse direction. Flying into a rage, Zhu Ran kept slandering Lin Wan for having messy private life. Lin Wan fought back sharply, exposing Zhu Ran's inner jealousy and schemes, and called the police directly in front of everyone. She told the police that she had just given birth to a child, but was forced to drop out by school staff and face the risk of having her child taken away, asking the police to mediate the situation. The police arrived at the scene quickly and verified the whole story. They made it clear to the school that childbirth is a basic legal right of citizens. The school could not expel students arbitrarily just for this reason, nor dispose of the baby without permission. Under the pressure from the police, the stubborn school leaders had to back down. They gave up the immediate expulsion decision and agreed to let Lin Wan apply for a 6-month maternity leave on the grounds of her poor physical condition after childbirth to calm down the turmoil temporarily. Unwilling to see her plan fail, Zhu Ran contacted Lin Wan's parents privately in advance and distorted the facts deliberately, trying to make Lin Wan lose all face in front of her own family, holding the baby and walking out of the dormitory building. Lin Wan faced her parents, who were extremely disappointed and upset. She took the initiative to admit the baby as her own child. Though shocked at first, her parents looked at the innocent baby and the pointing fingers from onlookers, and finally chose to stand firmly by their daughter and accept the unexpected child, completely breaking Zhu Ran's plan to humiliate Lin Wan in public. After getting in the car home, Lin Wan told her parents the whole truth, explaining that the baby was born by Zhu Ran and she was framed. She knew that Zhu Ran had sufficient false evidence, and exposing the truth rashly would only put her in trouble again. Hence she could only take care of the baby temporarily and wait for the right time. The incident quickly became a hot search online, and clips of the live stream spread across all major social platforms. Netizens gradually saw through all the malicious rumors spread by Zhu Ran, noticed her abnormal behavior and evil intentions, and began to question the truth of the whole incident. Public opinion fully stood on Lin Wan's side. In the following 6 months, Lin Wan took good care of the baby named An. Drawing on her experience of taking care of relatives' children, she raised the baby healthy and lively. After getting a long day and night, Lin Wan's parents let go of all prejudices and truly regarded An as their own grandson, living a peaceful life together. Meanwhile, all the predictions from the mysterious bullet comments came true one after another. An's biological father, a wealthy playboy, died in a car accident half a year later. Soon after, Luo Yamai, the wealthy businesswoman and mother of the deceased young man, came to visit with her entourage. She recognized at a glance that An was the only blood descendant of her family and proposed to conduct a paternity test. The identification result confirmed the blood relationship without doubt. Luo Yamai took out a huge blank check, numerous real estates, luxury cars and long-term trust funds, intending to buy An back from Lin Wan with a large sum of money and bring him back to the wealthy family to inherit the family business. Having deep affection for the baby after half a year of company, Lin Wan refused the money transaction firmly at first, unwilling to part with the child she had raised with all her heart. After careful consideration, Lin Wan realized that staying in an ordinary family could not provide An with top-tier growing conditions and a promising future that a wealthy family could offer. Finally, she made the painful decision to return the child to the Luo family. Her only wish was that Luo Yamai would truly love and treat the innocent child well. Grateful for Lin Wan's careful care of An for half a year, Luo Yamai insisted on giving Lin Wan a large amount of valuable assets as compensation, and reached an agreement that Lin Wan would have no further connection with the child from then on. Learning that An had been taken away by his wealthy biological relatives and Lin Wan had obtained huge compensation, Zhu Ran lost her mind completely. She made troubles everywhere, fought for the child in public and slandered Lin Wan for selling her child for money, trying to seek personal gain. However, everyone had already found out her previous deeds of abandoning her child and framing others. Luo Yamai suppressed her ruthlessly and only gave her a small amount of money to send her away, cutting off all her thoughts of clinging to the wealthy family. Having suffered successive blows, Zhu Ran suffered a complete mental breakdown and ended up in a miserable situation. After all the turmoil faded away, Lin Wan never squandered the wealth she had gained. She rationally allocated her assets for steady financial management, properly arranged her real estates and vehicles, adjusted her state of mind, and gave up returning to her original university full of bad memories. Instead, she went abroad to major in child psychology and started a brand new life. Once trapped in the abyss and framed maliciously by others, Lin Wan reversed the desperate situation, relying on her calm mind and mysterious guidance. She endured all public criticism and pressure, got out of the trap carefully set by others, and gained a stable and affluent life. She bid farewell to all the gloomy past and stepped towards a bright future with full expectations, turning her tough fate into a brilliant success in life.